So my inspiration for today's design is the sunflower. If you want to know how I made it, please stick around. So for today, the colors that I will be using are these right here. From the left, you have the Craftsmart white, Folkart metallic, the Craftsmart light yellow, Folkart June ochre or Jean ochre, the Craftsmart orange spice, and the Craftsmart pale blue. I'm using these tools right here. Excuse for the dirtiness. They are from DIY Mandala stones, 0.5 millimeter all the way to 0.5 millimeters. And then these are just my dotting tools that I got at my local Michael's craft store. Okay, and the canvas we'll be working on with today is this one right here. I already painted it with a beautiful metallic blue, and one of the paints I used was the Lumiere metallic acrylic. It's a beautiful color. I'm not really sure what, oh, there it is, 547 Indigo. So I ran it through twice, and I got this beautiful color. And I found the center of it. You could kind of see the little grid lines I have right here, right there, and right there. Alrighty, so let's get started. I added all the colors that we had here with a tad bit of the Champagne metallic from Folkart. On the blue one right here, I did add a little bit of the white. And then I'm also going to be using another one of my favorite pigments. It's the Brilliant Gold from Pearl X, and I'll be adding this on to the ochre right here just to kind of give it a little bit more. And let's see, I might just even add it onto this white or this yellow right here. So just give me one moment. Now what I'm doing is mixing up the colors. I am going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So here we go. So here what I'm trying to test out is the consistency. I want the paint to flow, but I don't want it to be thick as well. Kind of a consistency of a cream or like a yogurt. And again, that's what I'm trying to do here. You'll see me pass the brush a couple times. And yep, that's exactly how I want it. And here we're blending our beautiful burnt orange. That's exactly the consistency that I do want. And now, last but not least, we have our beautiful baby blue. So the first thing you want to do is to find your center. So since I had already mapped out my center, what I'm going to do is start with the white, and that'll be our first dot. So now what I'm trying to show you is the first set of dots that you'll be making. You'll start off at the top, then head down the bottom, then both sides, and make sure that they're all aligned. So what I'm doing now is creating our first set of dots using that yellow, again going top down and then side to side. So now using the second color, we'll be making our second dots. They'll be going on the left hand side of the first dot that you made. With every dot that you make, be sure to always wipe off the excess paint. And now we're going in with our third color, as you see here. So So we're following the same process all the way around. Now we're going in with our last color, the light blue. So now that we're done with our first row, what you want to go and do is paint their second row. And how you're going to do that is you'll be using the same order that you did, but now you'll be offsetting the dot. So now it'll be going in between the yellow and the ochre. So you'll see that right now. So now that you're done creating the second row, for the third row, you'll be doing the exact same thing. So you'll be offsetting each color or each dot all the way around. And so what your mandala is going to look like is going through a spiral, but through the counterclockwise. For the first and second row, I was using the Stylus, and now for a third row, I'm going up a size and I'm using this one. So you can see the difference of sizes here. So here's a close-up of our third row. You'll see I first put our yellow dot, and I'm going in with the ochre. And notice how I'm offsetting each dot. So right between the middle of the second row, and again, we're going all the way around. And here is our last and final dot for the third row. And you'll notice the spiral effect that it's starting to make. How beautiful is that? We just finished our fourth row, and now you can kind of get the picture, right? You can see here with the blue, it's fanning out here. Again, with the yellow, the ochre, the burnt orange. So here you'll see the tools that I use. So the first couple rows, I used this set right here, and now we're changing it to the number 3 on the DIY mandala stones. So that's what we'll be using to create our 4th and 5th rows. So here I did want to show you that we all make mistakes, and just an easy way to clean it up is using a wet towel. And now here we're going in for our 5th row, and again we're turning the canvas every single time we make a new dot. And now we're changing up the tool. So right now we're using the number 3, and we'll be using the number 4 on the DIY mandala stones. See, we've completed our 5th row using the number 4 on the DIY mandala stones. It's really neat how you can now see the spiral effect, right? So now what I'm doing is changing up the numbers. So we're using the number 6. So now that we finished that row, now we're going to be going up another size. So now we'll be using the number 7 off the DIY mandala stones. So now that we've created that row, now we'll be going up another size, and we'll be using the number 8 on this new row. So now that we're done with that row, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the ends. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a few dots here and walking them out to the side as you see here. You'll notice that I'll start with the center dot and then it gradually gets smaller. So I do want to apologize because I completely forgot to press play and record the dots that I was creating, but as you see, this is what it looks like. And now what I'm doing is planning out the different crystals that I want to add. These are the Swarovski. I do apologize if I'm butchering that, but it is that set of stones. It comes with the 3-pack and they are in 3 different colors, and this is the smallest stone that I have. So now what I'm doing here is figuring out what color stone I want to do for the middle. I'm playing around with the yellow and then the orange, but I was impatient and didn't wait for the paint to dry. So now I'm stuck peeling off the yellow stone. Oops. Now this is what our completed, or almost completed product looks like, and I've decided to go with the orange stone. I think it really captures and brings out the pop of colors that it has. Now to add a little bit more dimension, you'll see me adding another lighter gradient to all of our dots that we've made. For this one, I'm using a gold on the yellow ones, and then I'll be using a lighter color, a lighter shade of the base colors that we used here all around. So from the biggest dot all the way to the smallest. And the number that I'm using right now is the number 4 on the DIY mandala stones to create a small dot. I don't want it to be as big as the original dot. So there we go. So now here we have the completed gold top dot. And now this is our beautiful end result that we have. Notice all the different lighter colors I added onto the top dots. This creates kind of a more dimensional design, and so it's not as flat. It's super awesome. So this is the finished product. Look at how pretty and metallic it looks like. It's ready to be gifted to a very special friend. Alrighty. Woohoo. So normally what I do, I put these up on tiny easels that I bought at Michael's. So either that, or you could just have them stand up, whichever way you think looks pretty. I honestly really just love the way these look. These are so tiny. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. Please let me know what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. I am open to any type of feedback, really, because this girl needs it. This has all been shot on an iPhone XS, if that helps. If it doesn't, sorry. I'm trying to just kind of play it out, and this is all I really have as far as equipment goes, so I thought to give it a shot. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watching this, and I really want to encourage you guys to practice self-care. It's really, really important. We live in hard and trying times out here, and the best way, excuse me, that we can help ourselves is to taking care of ourselves. My favorite way is painting mandalas, so that's my gift to you, and let me know. Drop down a comment to see what are your favorite types of self-care. What do you do? So again, thank you guys for your time, and I can't wait to see what's new. Alrighty, take care. Bye.